This is my LEGO Star Wars mock, Droid Attack on Republic Base. In this mock, droid forces are attacking a separatist base, and the clones and Jedi are fighting back. I will first start at the attacking side. The enemy force consists of an AAT tank, which I did modify, and you can see the modifications up there. But this AAT tank is firing at the Republic base. To the side of it, my custom droid STAP is there. It is also firing at the droid base. The STAP is on a clear 1x2, so it looks like it's floating. The droid is hanging on to the back of the STAP, and there's a little control panel for him to see. This is what it looks like up close. I used like a weird orangey color. And this will also be in the cards at the top right corner. In front of the STAP, there are two droidicas, or destroyer droids. The one is rolling, and the other is deployed, ready to shoot at the clones. Behind them, there is an MTT, or a multi-troop transport. This multi-troop transport is about halfway done deploying its droid force. This is my custom model again. The MTT droid rack does fold down, but I think it looks better upright, so you can see all the droids that it is carrying. This droid rack also does go inside the MTT, and the hatch can fold up. Closest to the droid base, there is a droid gunship, which you see in the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. This is my custom model, which I recently made. This droid gunship has one main laser cannon at the front and then 4 others on the sides. They can move up and down, and this one I have positioned to the side, shooting at a clone. This droid carrier, or droid gunship, is also carrying 4 B2 super battle droids, and I have it on LEGO light pieces, so it looks like it is floating because I do not have enough transparent pieces. On the Republic side of the base, there are 501st troopers running out of the base, and in front of them, Ahsoka Tano is there, and besides her, I have Anakin and another 501st trooper. Starting at the closest side of the base, you can see there is a plant and a control panel, which is used to access this door. And if I move this trooper out of the way, you can see this sliding door, which I built. The door can slide closed, like that, or it can open up, like that. And there's another 501st Trooper. This is an Ahsoka minifigure. Back here there are 2 cargo crates. There's nothing inside, but it's just for detail. There are some red lights above the door. They're red to show that there is a droid force attacking. There's some speakers up here. There's some Republic logos up here and some windows. Back along Anakin, that is the entrance to a hangar, which I will get to momentarily. And then there is a heavy 501st Clone Trooper. This 501st Clone Trooper does have a minigun, which is my own design. And then there is a red lightsaber hilt, or a red lightsaber blade inside to show that it is shooting. And there's also a bandolier on the 501st Trooper for some extra detail. And this gear thing does spin. And that 501st clone is shooting at the MTT. I've moved the droid gunship so you can get a look at the mountainside a bit better. This is my first time making real rock work like this. I bought more of those I previously already had the pre-built rock work pieces, but I didn't think they looked that good. And most people don't like them at all, but I integrated them into custom rock work, which took me a while, but I think it looks pretty good. And there are also some vines on the mountain. And at the top, it does kind of slope up into like a little hill, or a little grass plain. At the bottom of the mountain, there is a lot of plants and vegetation. There are grass and some bushes and flowers. And now I will move on to the top of the mountain. I have now added back the Droid gunship and removed the Republic gunship, just so you can see the grass hill at the top. This is basically just to cover up the mountain. I was originally going to put the landing pad right here, but I ran out of gray tiles, so I just had to make this grass. And I didn't like the way how the base plates were two different colors, so I had to like kind of cover it up with plants, and I think it does look better, but it's kind of unused space. This is the landing pad at the top of the base. Starting at this closest side, there is a little radar dish, and there are some crates stacked up back here. There's also like a gas pump or fuel pump or an energy pump or whatever, and it's used to refuel or charge the Republic gunship. There is a clone trooper, a 501st clone trooper sniping up there. This was a 332nd clone trooper, but I wanted to keep it consistent, so I removed his helmet, gave him a pauldron, and just gave him some brown hair, so he looked like a helmetless clone. And I also gave him these binoculars to look out into the droid force. And his sniper is down here. It's not too big. It's just a telescope piece with a regular clone blaster. And then back here there's a jet trooper. This jet trooper is flying away, and he's on a transparent pole, so he looks like he's flying. Next to the jet trooper there is a maintenance cart, which I built using pieces from the 501st Battle Pack. Placing the gunship back, it looks a lot more crowded, but I think there's enough space for everything to fit without being too crowded. Now I will move into the bottom floor of the base. This is the first or lowest floor of the Republic base. I will start over at the left side, which is the inside of the door. First, there is a little control panel for the door. It just has a printed tile and a red light at the top. Captain Rex is leaving the base. This is not an official LEGO Captain Rex, but I made him look a little better with a pauldron and waist cape. He is leaving through the sliding doors. And then back here, there are some crates stacked up. And there's an emergency light going, and two other lights on each side of the stairs leading up to the second floor. Behind the stairs, R2-D2 is charging at a little charging station. And then to the right of Rex, there's a little compartment with a thermal detonator inside, and that leads into the armory. In the armory, there are a wide range of weapons and gear. I have a clone helmet right here on this cone piece, and I used those to make it look like there are resting places for other helmets. I have a long clone blaster, two shorter clone blasters, another long clone blaster, and two RPGs, or rocket launchers, over there. Sorry for out of focus. And then over here, there's an unarmored clone who is injured, and he is sitting at a high-low table talking to someone on his communicator. And then this leads into the hangar or the garage. A gonk droid is walking out of the hangar. I had to include the gonk droid in the mock. And then you will see the 501st ATRT and 501st Speeder. Both of these I have modified, and I'm going to be putting out a new video about my updated alternative build. I changed nothing with the 501st ATRT though, if you do want to check out the video. The ATRT is in its folded up position with its antennae folded down and its legs down. And over here there's a little charging station with a lever. And back here there's some fuel or gas cans. And there's some pressure valves right here. And there are tubes connecting to both the speeder and the 501st ATRT, charging it. And the hangar does last for 2 stories because the ATRT did not fit in 1 floor, so I increased the height to make it both floors. And you can see I used the Republic or Imperial lights. I really don't know what to call them, but it's a great detail and it just fits into the wall, and I think it makes the mock look so much better. Over here there are more alarms, and you can see the doorway leading out to the battle. I made this mock so that I could easily remove floors and stories to access the inside and display different parts of it. You can see these stairs, which remain on the bottom floor, lead right up to this floor, which you can see I put only mostly tiled off supports, so it wouldn't be difficult to remove except for certain studs. So then this can just rest in, and then the first, starting at the stairs, the railings to the stairs are attached to the top floor or the second floor, so that is why you did not see them previously. You can walk up the stairs and there's a railing, which I think looks kind of nice. There's a railing blocking clones from falling, and once you walk up, you'll find a mouse droid, and then above the mouse droid there is a little hollow table, which I think looks kind of nice. It's using like one of these radar dishes, but it's blue and transparent, and that makes a really good hollow table. And I just put some other transparent blue pieces there and some transparent red pieces to look like enemies on the display, and the taller blue transparent pieces represent the base. Then over on the left wall, there's just a targeting computer and another display with a keyboard. There are 2 more alarms. There's a window which leads to the outside, which you saw earlier. There's another display in the back with a keyboard or buttons. And then back here there's a Republic officer, not a clone, but just an officer, and he has a microphone. And he's viewing the hollow table. And then back here there's a clone officer using the clone face. There's a clone officer looking at this display, and this display. And you can see I used these window panes, but I used a lever piece right here so the panes would stick up. There are two more windows right here looking into the hangar. On the farthest side there are 2 phase 2 just plain white clones, and they're looking at this big screen, and this is also like a larger window pane which is standing upright, and it does fold to the side. These clones are in chairs which can spin side to side a little, so they can look at both sides of the screen. And if I remove them, you can see this is the older style phase 2 clone. It's the only style that I have. And then you can see the displays on the bottom of the computer. There's dials. There's some dials, a keyboard, and a microphone, and more dials and a keyboard. And you can see how I stood up these glass panes. It's the bottom part of a lever, and you can just kind of wedge that piece in, and it'll stay upright. And it looks really good in clone bases. And if I zoom out, you can see the whole thing. And finally, the top floor. Again, it just rests on the previous floor. like that. And while it is fragile or not very strong, it is strong enough to support the clone gunship, or the Republic gunship. So, and that's all the weight I needed to support. So it works well. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe.